Wooster.
All right, Joey. Which pair? Which pair will help open the door?
Maybe it's the Lemon and Wooster pair because we are back with episode 4. What's up, y'all?
Woo!
Who?
All right, let's go.
All right, which pair? Which pair? Oh wait, what was Junpei's? He was 5, right?
He's 5, yes.
Okay, so 5 plus. Okay, 5 plus 1 is. Wait, is that how that works?
Yeah, so you add all of the digits.
You add all 3, right?
Yep, you add all 3. And then, you want to take out the calculator and try it?
No, I think it's this one.
Spoilers, all of them were correct.
Ace Lotus. Wait, what?
Yeah, all pairs were correct.
Oh, way to make me feel like I was smart for a second.
The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Ace and Lotus lifted their left hands silently. He verified, and she followed suit.
Wait, what was the pun?
Ace Lotus, totally you mind giving me a hand over here? 5 plus 1 plus 8 equals 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. They'd fulfill the conditions.
Quick mass.
If they were to pull the lever on the side.
Are you guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei looked back. Oh, nodded back. And set his mouth in a grim line.
Did you hear that piano note? It was like, burn. It was so loud in my ears.
Dong. Then he slowly lowered the lever.
The lever.
That's not slowly.
Yeah.
There was a metallic groan, and the door slid open. Hey, Joey, are you squeamish?
Like blood and stuff? No. Not really.
Okay, you'll be fine. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag.
Wait, speaking of I'll bring it up after we see this cutscene, I'm assuming.
Junpei grimaced and put his hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Oh, this is you.
That's me.
Sorry.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted. Whoa, that's pretty bad. Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
Oh no, that's a he. He blew up. Sorry, sometimes I read he as like
Blew up. It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood.
Oof.
The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut.
Wait, that was it? I thought we would see the actual body.
She crumpled to the floor.
June, you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax, and her whole body began to shake.
All right, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you all right?
She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
It was so big. Such a huge tear.
Why? Why did this happen?
Her voice crackled, broken by misery and grief, and choked by sobs.
Crackled? Crackled, snap,
Oh,
pop.
cracked. Oops.
Why did this happen?
Junpei spun around.
Do any of you know what the frick is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this nonary game?
Oh, it's either nonary or nonary.
I'll stick with no nary, thank you very much.
No
Come
nary.
on, anybody?
Okay, wait, oh, by the way.
Mary is not allowed in this game.
Real quick.
Anything?
So there's this new show that came out called Squid Game. Have you heard of it?
No, sounds like Splatoon, but budget.
That's what I. Okay, no. That's what I thought too. But it's just like Korean. kind of like battle royale game, except so like the plot is literally like 400 people gathered together to play like children's games, but if they lose, they die. That's the whole plot, and it's somewhat bloody, like, but it's like okay. I was just gonna say like yeah. Like
I'll check it out later. It sounds intriguing.
Yeah, it's super like anime plot. But like I was good because when you brought up like the squeamish thing, that it made me think of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
Definitely check it out though. I definitely recommend.
Right. No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. They simply stood there, 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines for mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped.
Okay, well then.
Then suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7,
Wait, are we on like
8, 9, 10 times.
Are we on like a time limit or something? This ship is gonna sink in like a few hours. Right?
Story-wise, yes. Gameplay-wise, no.
Gameplay-wise, no. I like how we were thinking that. All right.
And then on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence. It's 10 o'clock then. Ace said what each one of them had been thinking. That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Yes, 9 plus 1 is 10. And the root number of 10 is 1.
Oh my gosh. Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
I hate this game. Frick! I've had enough of this crap.
Santa leapt to his feet, his fists clenched.
How long are we gonna... Oh, that's a...
Just say cat. Just say cat. Just say cat.
That's such an interesting choice of words.
Indeed.
Who translated this? Are we gonna cat around like this? We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero was going on about is up. Let's get going already. Go! Go!
Oh, God. Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and her faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not going to end up like him.
Him? You mean like the 9th man?
Of course. Who else?
In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again. The dark, reddish-black pool of blood.
Oh, are we gonna see it?
The scattered pieces of flesh.
Are we actually gonna see it? Oh, okay.
Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful. The 9th man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall.
I hate these descriptions.
Half of his face was crushed,
okay,
and the other half
it.
was covered in blood.
We get it. He's dead. We get it.
Most of his abdomen had been empty, Joey, either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted out of his chest.
Oh, stop it. Oh, my gosh. Okay. You know what?
I asked you if you were squeamish.
Now that I think of... I never thought that a description of a dead body would be worse than actually seeing the dead body. That's so dumb. That's so disgusting. Oh my god. Thank you for showing me this game. I now learned something new about myself.
Yeah, when you said, "Oh, they're gonna show the body," Oh, they didn't show the body.
Yeah.
I was like, just you wait. I'm like, I'm sorry they didn't show you the body, Joey, but
it's not even that. It just went on and on and on. Freaking like a whole essay about like what he looks like now. You know.
I thought it was very powerful.
It is.
In a gross way, but definitely
disgusting.
one of the things I've never actually like read in a visual novel or video game before. Like you know, your average M-rated video game would definitely like show blood and gore and, you know, all that great stuff. But
Yeah.
this is the only game I've played that described it in such utter grotesque detail,
Like
that
so
it made me
unnecessary. But
yeah,
like,
that it made me go, wow. If I read this and kind of like was shaking a little bit, imagine
Yeah.
what happened if they actually showed the graphic with the description.
You know
what
what's
the
kind of
heck?
messed? Okay, I kind of had a messed up thought, but I was thinking like if we just both read this and just like drew what we saw.
No!
I know it's disgusting. It's messed up.
Pictionary, Pictionary.
It'd be pretty interesting. The
999
different things
Pictionary.
we would see. I'm sure there's
my
like
gosh.
someone out there who freaking drew all that, and if they did, they need to get some therapy. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways,
Anyway, Junpei felt something flip in his stomach.
I think he
And-
just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up, and Santa continued.
He probably set off some sort of trap and killed them. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
bro, you just set up like so many death flags, bro. Well,
Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so gosh darn funny?
Oh my gosh, your censorship, Joey. It's throwing me off.
Oh, my apologies. You were just so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
Okay, I like your voice for Snake.
What the frick?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with a trap, or at least not the sort of trap you might imagine it did.
Then
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
If you think about it. You dummy.
You still don't. All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
he said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door, right?
And after that, you've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
The relevant part. Santa furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said,
I honestly don't know. That was 2 episodes ago and like 5 months ago for us in real time.
okay, what's the most logical choice?
That everyone who verified had to go.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through. I read that really weirdly.
Why did you have to give Junpei such a surfer bro old neku type voice?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's because I used to watch like so much Game Grumps back then, and that's the voice that they give all of their their main protagonists.
Oh my god!
So it kind of just stuck with me. So that's like my first instinct every time I read like a protagonist.
I swear,
voice.
I like some of your voices, but the other half is just ruining this game for me, Joey.
Whatever. It's fun for me. I don't care if it ruins it for you. Okay, you're stuck with it. You're stuck
You're
with
worst.
me. I'll make you learn to love it. It's fine. That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
I love how arrogant Snake is, and the way you put his voice, it just matches so much.
Thank you.
Snake,
Thank you.
Snake inclined his head towards Junpei.
The ninth man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed. Oh.
Then Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity and sighed.
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Wait, how did Snake see his numbers if he's blind?
We'll see.
Whoa. Did no one think about that?
We'll see.
Wait. What?
Wait, what's can you repeat your question?
How did Snake know his number was 2 on his watch if he's blind?
I said we'll see.
I know, that was my question. And you told me to repeat my question.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. Well, you'll see. You'll see.
Interesting.
Do you know something?
That's suspicious.
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket. With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke. Come on now. What's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned into one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands. I see. The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood.
I see. This is
Soka!
Braille.
Naruhodo. Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry, guys, I can't read this. No, duh, Junpei.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
Oh, sorry.
From Zero?
A message? What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. The answers! Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic.
So is this watch Braille or something?
You don't need to
What?
force me. I'll read it.
Wait,
is
watch rail?
Is his watch Braille? Because that's the only way.
No. He did stick out his arm and showed people.
Or maybe the note says that his number is 2. I don't know.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start.
That's the
He
only.
was not the
explanation
only one.
That's the only explanation I can think of.
Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Excuse me.
Bracelet number 2.
Okay, now
There's your answer, sir.
Mystery solved.
Since you were not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. Ooh, I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
Red Dead Redemption. The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Besides every numbered door, you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you're wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I'm afraid this may be something of a surprise. I've placed a small bomb inside of you and the people whom you are about to meet.
Inside of me? Whoa there, that's a little too
You
intimate.
swallowed it. You swallowed it while you were unconscious. I have no doubt that by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine.
That means there was no consent to this? I'm taking you to court, mister.
No, sir. No, sir. There was no consent. In other words, you were unable to regurgitate it.
Oh, thank you.
I suggest you do not try, sir.
I'm just gonna poop it out.
Joey, as I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse or timer for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition for which it will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds.
That's so specific.
If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode.
Is it 81 because 8 plus 1 is 9?
No, it's because, what's the square root of 81?
It's 9. Oh my god. Okay, all right, whatever.
In order to, sir, in order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead.
Should I be the one reading this too? Because this is Snake reading
It's
this?
technically the narrator's turn, but you can go ahead and read it.
It's fine. You
if
can
you
keep
want.
reading it. You can keep reading it.
Once all the numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side and its countdown would cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you pass through...
Why does it have to
Red
rhyme?
Dead Redemption.
Like,
Red Dead Redemption.
I mean, no, it's not even that. It's just like all the rhyming just kind of throws me off.
That is to say,
Like, I can't
if
take
you
it
should pass
seriously.
through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead.
Oh my god! Stop it!
Joey, you must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the door is open, the dead will not function.
Do we really need to know this for the game? I feel like this is all just like flavored text for the story.
Will
this be necessary?
well. You would do well to remember this, Joey.
Oh my gosh!
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets.
Let us do it.
There
Let
are
us
only
discuss it.
2 ways to do so, Joey.
Sure, okay.
1, you escape from the ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Oh, so just put us into comatose and then we're good, right?
There is no other way to remove your bracelet.
That's what comatose is, right? Like you're,
If you
like you're in a state of like
I'm pretty sure
suspended
even
animation.
in a coma your heart is still beating. I'm not sure.
no, like suspended animation where it's like you're like, you know, like
But your
you're
heart's
like,
still beating. Your heart's
Really?
still beating.
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
Oh.
If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you will be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket. The message had been lengthy, but its meaning was clear. Everything that I just said was flavor text interpreted by Joe. Only those who verified their numbers at the red could pass through the numbered doors. Teams could not increase or decrease their numbers. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforced the rules. There were judge, jury, and executioner.
To be honest, I probably would have been able to focus more if there wasn't so much rhyming with the red and the dead.
I agree.
I
I think the rhyming was definitely on the nose a little
and
bit.
then there was a part where it didn't even like actually mean dead, like the abbreviation. It was just like, you will be dead. It was just like,
Okay,
oh my
summary.
gosh, it's so on the nose.
Activation device, deactivation device. You scan, you go through the door, you find a deactivation device. If you don't do it in 81 seconds, you dead. There.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, that makes so. I didn't even know you had to find a deactivation device before you died. I didn't. I honestly
Yeah,
missed that.
it's somewhere in the room after the door closes.
Okay, I
basically.
see now. Okay.
In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened. Some
I can
touched their
totally
stomachs.
See that.
Some simply stared at their bracelets. You can imagine Seven just going. Junpei
Santa.
gingerly touched his stomach.
Gingerly.
There was a bomb inside his body. The thought of it made him queasy. His stomach felt oddly hollow, and his legs were weak.
Mom spaghetti.
Oh my gosh. I immediately thought that. I'm just like, Joey's not going to say it twice, is he?
Of course I am.
Why had Zero designed such a ludicrous game? Junpei looked over at the others.
When I was 13, I found my first love. There was
Oh my
nobody that
gosh.
compared to my baby, and nobody that could ever come into this or above.
Next.
Oh, I thought you. I didn't know you read that
Next.
last line.
All right, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about?
I just imagine him like asking like a parent, like a parent that's like super like what's it called, like disapproving. Like, okay, I'm gonna
Do
ask.
any of you
one
know
more
anything
time.
about Zero?
Do any one of you know anything about Zero? Fess up now, or nobody gets put in timeout.
No one gets candy.
No one gets
They were all
candy.
silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face though. Son of a Bark was wearing some kind of gas mask. ... What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something.
Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once. Yeah, I saw him too.
Yeah, I saw him too. Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. He was wearing a gas mask.
As stories were sorted out, the truth
But I was
became
blind,
clear.
so I couldn't see that.
Oh my gosh. All of their stories were the same.
So I had to feel his face with my hands because I'm blind.
They had been abducted at home at midnight.
Imagine if he
Oh my gosh.
if he actually.
Oh, he has a
his-
gas mask. I felt
his
it.
face. Yes, I
Oh my
felt his gas mask.
The person claiming to be Zero had worn a mask. There had been white smoke, and then each person had passed out. When they awoke, they had found themselves on D deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed. Only 7 stories seemed to lack the detail of the others. Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That's suspicious.
That was all he had said. It occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue.
It's definitely occurring to me, Junpei. I totally agree. That's super sus.
He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger. That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover. For some reason, they had been abducted from the same room and woken up in the same room. Junpei looked at them thoughtfully.
So what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're getting married. Oh, okay.
That is incest, sir! Sir,
I
please.
mean, let's be real. This is a Japanese game.
I know, right? The hair.
I wouldn't put it past them if that was actually the plot.
My little sister can't be
just
this
saying-
cute.
I'm just saying, we're siblings. Siblings? Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. Do you not know how family works? That really so hard to
Yikes.
understand, you baka? I hope.
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised.
Why is your hair not red?
This is dyed, stupid. She is correct, of course.
Why
He laid
is
his hand on Clover's shoulder.
why is your voice not like his?
Are you surprised?
Well, yeah, but
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance,
Snake pointed at Junpei and June.
they both have the letters J-U-N in it.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Oh, this is me.
Where's your mean girl's voice?
You went to school together? Yeah.
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention. Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well, and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp.
Wow, someone's a detective.
Textbook. Textbook. Geometry.
I thought it just ended with textbook. I was like, wow.
Simple geometry.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh my gosh.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell? Ring a bell. Bells. Bells! There was a bell. It rang 10 times because it's 10 o'clock.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
It's
Ring a
Christmas!
bell.
Ring a bell?
They looked at one another, Santa especially, since Jerry mentioned Christmas.
Totally forgot about Santa.
And like it was just staged. They both
So
tilted their neck at the
Santa's
same
killer.
time.
Well, perhaps you went to a school with the son of a multi-millionaire? Millionaire? Son? Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual.
I like how you say organization, not organization.
Organization. Zero's most likely simply the representative of a larger group. What sort of organization? I realize I came with some sort of southern accent. It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
If it is, then it's a pretty effed up experiment, yo. I mean, come on.
Yo.
A guy's dead.
Oh, please
The word
don't go
dead
any
hung
more
in the air.
descriptions.
Heavy and ominous.
Oh my
Heavy and
gosh.
ominous. The room went quiet again. We're flashing back.
I don't know who the hell the Zero butthole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty effed up in the head to do all of this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
And when on that note, we are going to be pausing here for this episode. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know, oh my gosh, we haven't even gotten to the puzzles yet.
We haven't even gotten through the doors.
I'm gonna be so honest with you, Sammy. I am okay with this.
Oh my god.
I'm like having so much more fun just like reading through this dialogue than like.
Do you like the description?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Once the puzzles start, I feel like that's when I'm gonna lose all interest in this game.
Oh my
After that
gosh.
first puzzle, oh my gosh.
If you want, I can just give you the spoiler-free walkthrough and you don't have to deal with it, but it's up to you.
All right, but anyway, we'll see when we get there.
All right.
All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video.
It was
Peace
fun.
out,
Peace.
y'all.
Bye.